Start. All right. Let's see if that works. Says we're up.
Craft computing.
Says we're maybe up. Hold on.
Zero views, 0 people.
Yeah. Starting. So YouTube says we're starting now. Okay, YouTube is up. And we are not buffering.
Hey, I'm getting a course commercial.
All right, well, I'm getting ad share then.
Yeah.
Sweet. So we're not buffering. We're still not buffering. We're still not buffering. I'm going to call us up.
All right, there we go. Good enough.
Welcome to Talking Heads,
Woohoo!
episode 70.4.
Something like that.
Something like that.
720p.
Captain's log. I'm Jeff.
I'm John.
Welcome to the show. So no Twitch tonight. I'm going to let everyone know. Sorry.
Something's just going on.
So my internet is actually fine. There seems to be an issue over on Restream.io, which is who I've been streaming through for the last month and a half or 2 months or so. It allows me to send one stream up and then split it to multiple services. So I can go back to using OBS instead of having to use XSplit, which I far prefer OBS to XSplit. But for some reason, their redirect server is just not working tonight, it seems. My stream on my side said I never dropped a single packet during that entire time. So they were all reaching Restream, but Restream was having problems rebroadcasting that to both YouTube and Twitch. So, hey, we seem to be up now. Welcome to the show. A little bit of a false start. I'll just blame John for being late.
They all saw the screenshots, the pauses. I was here on time.
That's right. 40 seconds in. So far, so good. All right, we're going to call that a win.
Good.
Excellent. So, welcome to the show. If you are new to the show, thank you for joining us for the first time. What this is our once weekly live show for the latest in beer and tech news. We try to keep this as family-friendly as possible, although we do have adult beverages, and occasionally we swear, but it's usually in context. So, but we both have kids. We try to keep this as family-friendly as possible so everyone can watch. Occasionally we slip up because, well...
Sometimes we get mad.
Sometimes we get mad, and sometimes people deserve it.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
And if you don't like beer, feel free to have a non-alcoholic beverage.
That's right. Yeah. All beverages are welcome. In fact, let me know what you're drinking over in chat. And as they roll in, we'll see if we can give them a shout out. We start off with a little bit of beer news. We transition into tech news, then transition into a little bit of gaming, pop culture, usually end with some Star Trek talk.
Usually. we say Q&A, but it ends up being one Q&A. Oh, there we go. And then Trek. Yeah. Somehow it's always Trek.
Exactly. So, that's the show. John, what are we drinking tonight?
We got a couple things tonight. We have Sasquatch Brewing is Cousin Yeti. It is a single hopped double IPA hopped with Citra, nice. Coming in at 8.3. And then we have Grains of Wrath, their second beer that they've ever canned. It is a hazy pandemic IPA.
Nice.
So I don't know the hops. And then in case we have time, we got
just for a little kicker
Hot Valley, yeah,
little cryo stash.
So in case we need to talk some more.
Exactly.
So which one would you like to open?
So
we got a double, and then this is just a standard 6.5.
Standard New England.
Standard New England.
You know what? Let's go ahead and start with the double.
Because
that was the one I was excited for.
Yeah. All right.
8.3%, 99 IBUs.
Yes.
So,
I forgot to mention that. 99 IBUs.
Yeah. So it is going to be a very hop-forward double.
Yes, and Citra hops is one of Steve and mine's favorite
I love
hops.
Citra hops.
Yeah, so it should be very aromatic.
Yeah, love the aromas on them. Love the...
Most of the time, any beer that's made with Citra.
Oh, yeah.
That smells good.
I'll say it's very hop forward without being overly dank.
Yes, it's a very aromatic beer that has just enough tropical notes and grassy notes to get you through everything. There we go. We're pretty much even.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers to you all. Let me know what you're drinking over in the comments. Or chat, as it usually were. 7 hop IPA from Rogue. Excellent.
That's good beer.
Let's see. Bell's Hop Slam. No, I'm not familiar with that one. We got a Mountain Dew.
Doing the do.
Atwater Brewing Vanilla Java Porter.
Ooh.
That sounds delicious. Lambrusco on ice, just sipping it for the numbs. Let's see. Genny Cream Ale. Genny Cream Ale. Genny. Cream Ale. Lost Coast India IPA. Let's see. Guinness Nitro IPA. Very nice. Let's see. 99 Problems and Hops Aren't One. All right. Reverend says Citro, Mosaic, and Amarillo are his top of his hop list.
Oh, I thought when he's saying Amarillo, I thought it was Amarillo, not Amarillo. I was like, wow, Amarillo and hops, that's just, oh.
Yeah, ooh.
Yeah, Citro, Mosaic, Amarillo, those are really good hops. Citro, Mosaic, usually Cascade. I like throwing a nice
I do like Cascade hops.
Yeah.
Those are among my top three.
So those are very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
That is really good.
It's really good. What I really like is it's not the New England. This is like Oregon beer.
Yes.
This is when I was coming up with craft beer and I sought after the Citra hop IPAs, and this is what I was always looking for.
Yep.
This is a good beer.
It's a thick IPA.
Yes, that's the good part too. Good body.
Yeah.
Good mouthfeel. The aromatics. Sweet, but yet there's this danky bitterness at the back end.
Yep.
But yeah, that coats your mouth.
Yep.
But after a couple seconds, it goes away, and so you're perfectly happy having some food or having another drink.
Yeah. A lot of times, I will sometimes complain about the cleanliness of some IPAs where the oils kind of coat your mouth, and then after 5 or 6 drinks, it's literally all you can taste.
Yeah.
It has all of the dankiness that comes with that oil flavor, but like John said, after about 2 or 3 seconds, it's gone.
Yeah.
And so I feel like my palate is pretty well open. I can eat food with this.
Yes, I think this would be a very good, like...
Have some chicken wings.
Yeah, bar like burger and chicken wings or a meal beer.
Yeah, this is a great beer to go with a burger.
Yes.
It really is.
So...
you know what I didn't test, again, was making sure the laptop is on. Is it there? Hey,
you got a preview.
It's like I knew what I'm doing.
Hey, and you got a payment.
And we got Wayne, $20, enjoying some of the Cola Wacky Tobacco. Nice, $20. Thank you, Wayne. We appreciate it. All right, let's get into some beer news, even though we're 18 minutes late getting to
it. So we've done a couple stories on here of really old beer, yeast, kind of breweries using it. There was one, I think, in Australia that a shipwrecked had some old beer bottles in it, and they cultivated the yeast. Mm-hmm. Well, in New York, they're doing the same thing with, surprisingly, the SS Oregon.
SS Oregon, right.
So Oregon is still bringing us beer.
Still home of craft beer.
Yeah, that's right. Even that really had nothing to do with Oregon, but still, it was a...
Did you know we started in 1886?
So yeah, the shipwreck, it was an 1886 shipwreck of the SS Oregon, which, actually, funny thing, Nikola Tesla actually worked on it.
It was actually back when Nikola Tesla was an engineer working for Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
It was Thomas Edison's company that helped fix the engine on the SS Oregon.
And but anyways, so there was a brewery that said there was a news article that came out last week. St. James Brewery said that they were going to brew a beer with the cultivated yeast that they've gotten from this ship. And it ended up being that there was already another brewery in New York that has been using that yeast for already a whole year.
Yeah.
And they just didn't release it yet because they've been working on it steadily and didn't want to release it to the public till they had it fully cultivated and kind of the perfect recipe. They just didn't want to throw something really crappy out there for nostalgia.
Right.
Or, whatever. So they actually, the two breweries talked to each other. It was St. James Brewery and, oh gosh, what was the other brewery? I just had it. Sirius Brewing. Sirius Brewing. And so they talked to St. James, or Adam, the owner of St. James Brewery, called Sirius, and they said he was going to send a cease and desist order to them. Mm-hmm. but they talked to each other, and they were pretty cool, and they were very understanding. But I guess the other brewery also sent the yeast to a college.
Yeah.
To research, study,
and
the
germinate
yeast,
it.
and germinate it.
Right.
And he hasn't yet sent them a cease and desist order, but he's pretty sure they'll probably do it because he's already done half the research they've done. So it's just kind of an interesting thing that if you are in the New York area, it is specifically Holbrook, New York.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 breweries there that have 130-plus-year-old yeast that you could get a beer from.
Yep. This one's actually a little bit interesting as it relates to maritime law, because technically anything on a shipwreck is open. If you go to a shipwreck and you dive to it, you are allowed to take whatever you take. And you're allowed to use or sell or remanufacture whatever you want out of that shipwreck. So real life treasure hunting is a real thing.
Yeah.
People will actually scour for treasure on the ocean floor. This one's interesting because I wonder what legal leg
he has for the yeast
Adam would have for a cease and desist.
I don't know.
Because I got thinking about legally, Serious Brewing, if they dove down there, picked up a bottle of beer, and germinated it themselves, they still have rights to that. Just because you discovered something on the ocean floor and then went through a process of germinating yeast or recovering yeast or whatever else, doesn't mean you have exclusive rights to what you found on that ship.
Yeah. So
this one's interesting to me.
It is interesting.
Very interesting.
So, the guy the main brewer, Adams, said that he's been diving at the U.S. Oregon for 20 years now. It's off the coast of, not Brooklyn.
Fire Island.
Yes. And he actually has pictures of, hey, here's the bottles I found and everything. So he's been doing this been salvaging that ship for 20 years. And he said there was a hurricane past couple of years ago. I forget which one it was. But that actually swept some sand away and opened up the area where the beer bottles were kept. So I don't know that. It was just a very interesting story. Really didn't have anything to do with too much of beer, but cultivating yeast and
But
I didn't think of the treasure hunting aspect of that.
A shipwreck is open domain.
Yeah, so
even though you've already gone through the process, can you legally patent something that you found in a shipwreck?
Maybe.
And I don't know that you can.
I don't know. Well, maybe though if he cultivated the yeast.
But that's like saying I made my own strain of hop and only I can use that strain of hop. That doesn't happen.
Anheuser-Busch would probably have to say something about that.
They could try.
Yeah.
But...
I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's my thought is...
That was it.
Can you patent a discovery on a shipwreck?
No, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right. Shipwrecks make for great movie plots. I agree. Although I'm not sure how great of a movie that this would make. We seem to be getting into a lot of legal...
There's been a lot of there's always been a
lately.
lot of legal stuff. Almost every week there's something legal.
Yep. All right. We all like cheap beer. No, we don't.
No, we don't. We like not paying a lot for beer.
We like not paying a lot for good beer.
Yes.
That's what
and a lot of people move to Oregon too. I don't think it is because of the good beer. I think people just like moving here.
Yeah.
But
we tricked them with 8 months of like phenomenal weather. And then lock them in here for the winter.
That's true. And they were like, you're screwed now. You've never experienced
What do you
wetness.
mean I can't get out of Oregon without going over a pass? Well, you can go to Washington. No! Exactly. We all like inexpensive beer, not paying a lot of money for beer. Where would you say is the cheapest beer in the country? Now, you already know the answer. So
I already know the answer. That's the thing. But if I didn't know, I would probably Midwest, somewhere.
Yeah,
probably Iowa, something like that.
It would have been my guess. Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas.
Something like that. St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah,
maybe.
Something along that line,
Definitely didn't think it was Illinois.
No, Illinois now has the cheapest beer in the country. So if you're looking to get smashed and planning on moving somewhere, think about Illinois.
Think about Illinois.
Yeah, you can get. Well, the things that what's funny about this article was that they based it on a 24 pack. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, wait a second. Who buys a 24-pack?
Yeah.
I was thinking Oregon.
I can't even get it bigger than a 12-pack.
I know.
In craft beer.
Heck, I bought a 4-pack today.
I came home the other day. I was walking through the store. I needed to pick up like some ginger ale and I think a thing of cheese. And I ended up spending $75 on beer because I was walking through the store and I'm like, oh, that's a 6-pack I've never seen before. Oh, there's a good multi-pack.
Yeah.
Good 12 can multi-pack kind of thing. One of the multi-packs of 12 cans that I bought, I think was like $26.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's ridiculous. I always feel guilty. I'm like, oh, my wife's going to say something when I bring all this back.
I went out for like $9 worth of stuff, and I ended up spending $75 or $80 on beer.
She's like, can you go get a head of lettuce? And I come back with a head of lettuce and 2 6-packs. I'm like, well,
what you do is you walk in, you hand her the head of lettuce, and go, okay, I need to go unload the car now.
And half the time, though, the 6-packs is like, I just wanted that one beer.
Right.
Because it's a variety pack, but I haven't had that one. All the other I've tried. But they only have it in that pack.
I did that last year with, what was that, the Prismatic IPA?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was only available in the 12-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Ninkasi?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you can get a 24-pack in Illinois for the average price of $15.20.
Yeah.
Where the rest of the national average is around $17.
Yep.
So for $2? $1.80 less.
That's right. That seems worth it.
That
to
totally
move to Illinois.
worth it to Illinois. Well, they said that previously it did state who the previous state was. Land of Lincoln, South Carolina.
That's kind of surprising.
This isn't that big of an article. You think I'd have? I remember reading it.
Who 2 through 5 was, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, they said, and that's as cheap as it gets. South Carolina. Round out the top. Oh, they said the top.
South Carolina,
5.
New York, Rhode Island.
So the top, South Carolina, New York, Rhode Island, Kansas. And Michigan.
All right, so I was
round
close.
the top 5. So that's 1 through 6 is Illinois and those.
Yeah, they say round out the top 5 of them. That's 6 states. That's funny.
That's the article.
Quality articles you're giving us here, John.
It was a pretty hard week for beer news.
It was. All right, let's get into some tech talk. Now, earlier today, Samsung unveiled a couple of new phones. Probably the most interesting to me, with as much hate and fervor and distaste for expensive phones has been getting the last couple of months, especially with the iPhone XS Plus being, $1,300 or $1,400 phones. Samsung decided to knock that out of the park.
Let's just screw this, yeah.
So the Samsung Galaxy Fold is officially a thing. And it costs $1,980. Starting price.
That's starting price. Yeah, that's the base model.
7.3-inch dual folding display. So they call it an infinity display. So it folds and it's completely uniform in the center. There's a 4.6-inch cover display, which is kind of a rectangular 2-to-1 ratio display because it's, folded up.
Yeah.
This phone has 2 batteries inside, totaling, 4,400 milliamps, something like that?
It was it's going to be a warm little machine.
How many 10 cameras?
I think it was 6 cameras.
6 cameras.
I think it was 6.
That's right. I'm trying to keep all the numbers straight in my head.
Yes. Oh, it's so much. 12 gigs of RAM.
12 gigs of RAM plus 512 gigs of ROM, or 512 gigs? Yeah, gigabytes of ROM.
I think it starts at 500 plus gig, or no, it only has 512 gigabytes of memory with no expandable storage.
Right. So no terabyte.
Yeah,
for you guys, it just seems weird.
That does seem weird because all the S10s have expandable slots.
Yeah,
and if you bump up, if you want to go for the mega one. The S10 Plus, you can get up to 1 terabyte internal storage with the 12 gigs of RAM.
Right.
I think that is supposed to be close to, I think it's like 13 or 14. They're estimated. They haven't released the price of that one. But you can also put in a 500 gigabit SD card, micro SD card.
Right.
So you can have 1.5 terabytes on your phone.
Right.
That's just insane.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, you're also paying probably $1,500 for that.
Right.
But who needs 12 gigs of RAM in a little smart device that you're probably just going to sit there and play the cheapest video games and stream YouTube?
Yeah.
That's probably not this channel, but you should.
Yeah.
And watch Hops and Bros or whatever whatever my channel's
whatever
called.
your channel's called. Hops and Brews. Hops and Bros is a different channel.
Yeah, whatever.
Good guys, though.
Cool guys.
Really good guys.
Yeah.
Canadian, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Canadian.
that's right.
But, I mean, you'll probably take some cool pictures, but again, what are you going to use half of the power on these for?
I was going to get it if they had 7 cameras, but nope, just 6. Yeah, so there are 6 cameras on this thing. There's a 12 megapixel wide angle, 12 megapixel telephoto, and 16 megapixel ultra wide camera on the rear of it. There's 2 cameras inside the Fold, which one of them's a 10 megapixel selfie camera, the other is an 8 megapixel depth sensing camera.
Yeah.
So it can do the iPhone-esque
blur the background
and only bring you in focus kind of thing. And then there's
portrait mode.
Yeah, the portrait mode. Thank you. And then there's also a 10 megapixel selfie camera outside the Fold on the opposite side.
Yeah, so basically your standard selfie, but when you folded it.
Right, on your 4.6-inch candy bar display.
Yes. Which the screen on that looks really tiny.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's just weird.
It's weird looking. And I mean, phones have gotten so thin now. Now you're basically, I'm going to double the thickness and really tiny, and my screen's going to be tiny again.
This is going to be about the form factor of one of the old Nokia bar phones.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. I actually still have my Nokia bar phone.
Yeah.
It was just so interesting. It's like, what am I going to do? Essentially, just the folded screen is just a notification screen now. I'm not going to do anything.
Hops and Bros, new channel on UberTube. Thanks. I'm a UberTuber.
Actually, though, there was a cool feature on the 10s that I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Was the reverse charging station that they have. Mm-hmm. So you can sit and take your phone and reverse charge.
You can charge your headphones.
You can charge your other devices that accept that style of charging. So you can put your phone facing down, and then as long as you have that option turned on,
and set your headphone charger
on. Yeah, you can set your headphone charger or another cell phone on top of it, and it'll drain the battery.
And
it'll leach
power out of it.
Well, it's kind of an interesting. Like, oh, that's interesting. But then my battery's gonna die.
Yeah.
You know it. I just thought it was interesting.
Yes.
I was like, that's stupid, but it's interesting because we all know in like 6 months my battery's going to be like dying super fast anyways.
Yep. Here I am still running an iPhone 6 Plus. I was running an iPhone 6S Plus until the 6S Plus died from the weird battery issues that they were having that Apple vehemently denied. Yeah. And I went into the store and they wanted $130 to swap the battery. And I got really angry at them, and then 2 months later, all of a sudden, hey, all the batteries are like exploding and dying, not charging in iPhones. We're gonna do it for $30 now.
Oh yeah.
So I was one of the customers that they literally turned away and said, no, we're not gonna touch your phone.
This is a Samsung S6 Edge.
So now I have an essential phone.
Yeah.
And I won't be buying any Apple products for a long, long time.
Oh, I actually would like to take a look at the wide-angle lens. I think that would be really cool.
I would too.
I saw some reviews on it, and they were all extremely positive of this, like super cool, and it's really crisp, and the wide angle. And they were saying too that the really nice aspect was that the zoom feature will switch between the 3 cameras of the back end.
Right.
So it automatically knows as you're trying to focus, it knows which ones you want.
Yep.
But for taking it seems that these cameras nowadays aren't really geared toward hardware. They're geared toward like amateur photography.
Yeah.
Or the Snapchat.
They're geared towards Instagram.
Yeah, they're the Snapchat, Instagram users.
I'm really surprised you don't have one.
Snapchat?
No, Instagram.
I have.
I'm surprised you don't have a new phone for Instagram.
Oh.
Just for taking your Instagram pictures.
I probably will.
Yeah, I know you will.
Oh, I'm going to buy the S10. Would you like to review it?
Every time I go out drinking with John, we're sitting at the bar, and he's doing that little like off-kilter photography, and he's doing like this number because he's broody and deep.
I'm just gonna go like this. Like I gotta get really close and turn my lens upside down to get that angle.
Have that flare coming through the glass from the Edison bulb in the really weird bar we're drinking at.
Yeah,
and I'm just trying not to be embarrassed. I'm doing one of these numbers.
Like, Jeff, can you just move? Thank you. All right.
Can I just eat my damn slice? Every time. We need to do another beer run video.
That would be fun.
We need to do another beer run vlog.
Yes.
Yep.
We missed the last...
Because that was October, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they do it twice a year.
Yeah, so it'd be March or April.
Somewhere, just before summer. Maybe even May. I'll look back
Look it up. Let's do that again. Because that was a fun video.
That was an expensive video, too.
That was.
Not on, like, budget-wise. It was just on our wallets.
Yeah, no. Because we bought a lot of beer. I think we walked out of there spending about $265.
I thought it was like maybe even closer to $300. But...
Yeah, it was. I know I spent over $100, and that's rare for me on beer.
I'll
go out and I'll drop $50 to $75, but that's usually my limit.
Yeah,
I walked out of there for like $110, and you beat me.
Oh yeah, I thought I was like $220.
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that.
It
was expensive.
Yeah, I remember telling my wife $150. That's it.
Yeah.
Nope. I still haven't drank all of that.
Yeah.
I got some really cool beers though coming in this weekend. So next time I'm on, we'll have some really interesting, really cool beers.
Yep.
So
so special announcement on this show, this channel, as it relates to next week, since we have 85 people watching right now. Thank you so much. Next week we are doing a giveaway from Rogue Brewing on the channel. So Steve is going to be helping me do the initial announcement for that. So it's not any beer, but it is a prize pack from Rogue Brewing. So watch
next week,
Talking Heads next week to find out how to enter that contest. The week after, John and I will be selecting a winner live on the air. So stay tuned.
So if you want to win, start clicking on my videos for more likes and commenting on my videos.
That's right. Because there is bias here.
Yeah.
This is going to be, we're just going to pick our favorite. It's not going to be, answer a question correctly. It's going to be, that one made me laugh. He wins.
There we go.
So next week, tune in to find out how to enter, and the week after, tune in to find out who won.
Yes.
Rogue Prize Pack.
Very cool stuff.
Courtesy of Rogue Brewing.
Yes.
So
very jealous that he got that sponsorship.
Yep. They also sent me some beer, which we'll be opening next week.
Yes, Jeff texted me like, "Hey, do you have this?" I'm like, "No, I've never seen it." That's because it's not released yet, sucker.
Who has the beer channel now? So yeah, watch next week. It's going to be fun. Anyway, let's move on to whatever was next. What was next? FCC.
FCC.
That's right.
More legal stuff.
So I don't know if you've noticed an increase in robocalls lately over the last 6 months. I have been getting them like crazy.
I actually have been doing it to where I get a person. Because if I'll get it, and then I'll get a person, and then I'll just mess with it. I'm like, screw you. You're taking up my time. I have to have a little fun and pleasure. And maybe if I annoy just enough people somewhere, probably overseas, that they'll take me off a list of somewhere.
Yeah. I start interrupting them so they have to restart their script, and that's really fun. Either that or like, you're not a very good computer. Sir, I'm not a computer. Well, then get a different voice! Stuff like that. So, all I have is a cell phone, so they're always calling my cell phone.
Yes.
And it's always while I'm working, or a couple of them have been while I'm filming, and that's really irritating.
Now, see, that would be a good blooper reel.
Yeah. Do you remember the blooper I had last year where live on air I got a direct message for like, hey, I'm hot and horny and
that was awesome. there was like a bot that started chatting.
Yeah, I had a Twitter bot reach out to me while I was filming, and it was either Instagram or Twitter. I don't remember which one, but yeah, that was.
Well, that was hilarious. I remember that. Yeah, that was downstairs, right?
Yeah. That was in the old office,
the old studio.
So, anyway, so yeah, robocalls have been ramping up over the last 6 months or so, and the FCC is actually trying to get on top of that and trying to pass some legislation to prevent them from happening. Now, domestically, they've stopped a lot of robocalls because you're technically not allowed to spoof phone numbers, although everyone does. well, at the moment, there's no legal standing for, hey, you can't spoof an international phone number.
Yeah.
So someone from Nigeria can't spoof a local Oregon phone number. And, hi, this is Tammy. I'm calling about your current credit card.
Yeah. Or, I always get the, your car insurance or your car warranty is about to expire now. It's like, I don't have a Honda Accord anymore. Not since I was in high school.
My wife woke me up this morning with a... I was just dazed and confused. And she goes, does your truck have a warranty? I went, no? What? Who? What? And she goes, well, I was just going through the mail and it says something about the warranty on your truck. And I said, it's a fucking scam. What are you... And she goes, no, it says Nissan right at the top. I went, we'll start the conversation with that next time.
Yeah.
Because the warranty on your car is expired and you could be out of protection in the next 6 months unless you act now and buy our insurance.
Or the warranty is just expired on your parts, but we have spare parts for you. Right. If you just pay us this extra money, we'll give you another 5 years on
a transmission can cost up to $5,000.
Yes, that's always like a part or something, and it's about to expire. But if you act now, we can extend your warranty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean on my truck with 60,000 miles that has had regular service every 5? That one? If something fails, I'm gonna make them pay for it anyway. So, anyway, FCC stopping robocalls. They're trying to target international call spoofing. And so, like I said, China or Russia or Nigeria or Nicaragua or wherever these calls are originating from, spoofing your local both area code and prefix. So I get a lot of 503.555.
Yeah, and you think it's local because it's my area code.
Oh, it's a local AT&T phone number. It must be my buddy Rick. Maybe he got a new number, and you answer it, and
exactly.
I'm calling in reference to your current credit card. There's no problem with your account, but I've received a number of them.
Oh yeah, what was that? 52,000
complaints just about international robocalling.
Yeah.
To the FCC last year. Now, oddly enough, the FCC did keep an accurate count of those complaints. Anyone see the irony there? So they did keep an accurate count of those complaints. And interestingly enough, those weren't all from Russian IP addresses. But they are trying to do something that is going to help the consumer in the end, because this really is a problem, and it's a plight that really attacks the elderly. It's about, I don't need
or
the
foreign or immigrants
or non-English speaking.
Yeah.
There was actually a scam going around a while ago where Chinese nationals were getting robocalls in New York saying that they were up for charges in China and they were going to be deported unless they paid a fine.
Oh yeah, that would be. I mean, you could totally see a Chinese grandmother, an older lady.
Yes.
I just came here.
Right.
We just moved here. Maybe I moved illegally.
Right.
Yeah.
No. There was a number of those type of things.
I could see that. Yeah.
Going around this last year, like I said, specifically targeting foreign nationals in the U.S. Going, you've been brought up on charges in your home country, and we will have you deported and held, and no trial, go straight to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200, kind of thing. And again, this was a robocall that was an international robocall.
Yeah.
So, good on the FCC for taking some action that may actually protect the consumers they're out to protect. I'm going to swear real quick. Ajit Pai, you piece of shit. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Maybe. Unless it comes to Ajit Pai, then I'm going to repeatedly call him.
And if you're just joining us, we are a family
We are a family-friendly channel. Most of the time, unless Ajit Pai is involved.
Yeah.
So, a lot of news this last week about YouTube copyright strikes. I did not personally receive a copyright strike. I did receive a copyright claim from Lighthouse or something like that, or Lightroom, on behalf of Linus Media Group. I did.
Really?
It was for episode 40 of Talking Heads, in which which Steve and I were talking about Apple and Right to Repair, and it was right in the middle of Linus's iMac Pro fiasco, and so I used 60 seconds of his footage without audio, with our commentary over the top, to kind of go through what his situation was, comment on his situation. Then we went back to another webpage and we commented on that situation. And there was a lot of people up in arms, both over Vox Media and The Verge, and at Reckless on Twitter, if you want to know who the editor-in-chief is at The Verge, to give him all of your hate. And I do recommend sending at least some his way, because he went straight from saying, oh, we're just protecting our company bottom line, to playing the victim of, why does everyone hate us all of a sudden?
Yeah.
All we did was copyright strike videos that we didn't like. Anyway, so copyright strikes have been in the news lately, and then Linus Media Group uploaded all of their content to the YouTube Content ID system, which is used to help fight re-uploaders. Now, Linus actually did a live stream, I believe on Monday night, from his house, because he got a lot of hate and a lot of flack over, I got copyright struck by Linus Media Group. No, you didn't. What you got was a copyright claim, and it was an automated copyright claim because you played
something of his.
A large chunk of a Linus Media Group video on your channel, or audio that was resembling what was on their channel.
Yeah.
Part of this was a lot of 3D Mark videos, because the 3D Mark benchmark looks like the 3D Mark benchmark is the 3D Mark benchmark. There's not a lot of variation in what it actually is. And Linus has a crap ton of 3D Mark benchmarks in his videos for B-roll or overlay. Heck, I do too.
Yeah. A lot of people use the same games and whatnot.
And
same
programs.
Whatnot.
And so your content is going to look identical to his. And what it was a fake copyright, or was a false positive copyright claim, where Linus Media Group would claim monetization on that section of your video. It's an automated process, and what he went out to say is, unless you dispute it, the system doesn't learn, because it is an AI-based system. It's a system that does strive to learn and be better.
Yeah. If
you dispute the copyright claim, which is very easy, it takes about 30 seconds, and in fact, I disputed the copyright claim on Linus, and mine was released. They agreed with me that it was within fair use. He pretty much said, we will never copyright claim a video for using commentary or sections of our videos or audio. The only thing that we're going to copyright strike or even claim is re-uploaders. That's the only thing we care about, because people have used memes on his channel. Heck, I've got a couple of memes on my channel in relation to Linus Media Group. Yeah. Two of them that actually come to mind, where Linus videos have been front and center in my videos. And what's really funny is you all are split on whether or not I love or hate him. And I love that, which means I played it right down the middle.
You got a lot of comments for stuff like that.
I get a lot of comments about, you really love Linus. Oh my God, you hate Linus.
Yeah, stop bashing on him. Wow, you're such a
Stop comparing yourself to Linus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that no one knew what I was trying to do with that video, and it was amazing. Anyway, did an algorithm confirm the copyright strike? No. And a strike is different from a claim. A strike is saying you are illegally using our content and we want you taken down.
Yeah.
And that is also met with punitive action from YouTube. A claim says, you use some of our copyright material, we're going to share monetization, take your monetization, or we would like to take you down, but without punishment. So that's a copyright claim. A copyright strike is 3 strikes and your channel is deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah, copyright strike is more than a slap on the wrist. A copyright claim, there's no...
They're just saying, hey, you better be warned. This is what we might be doing.
Not even that. It's we feel you're outside of fair use, but we're going to let you keep the video up, is what it is. And there's no... It doesn't impact negatively on your account.
Well, YouTube is changing that, right?
Kind of.
Kind of.
So YouTube is changing what their copyright strike system is. Right now, if you get a strike on your channel, you cannot live stream for 30 days.
I thought it was a week.
No, it was 30 days,
Is that 30
on the
days?
first infraction.
Oh, I thought it was... okay.
You cannot live stream for 30 days. If you get 2 strikes on your channel inside of 90 days, you cannot live stream...
Or upload.
Or no, maybe it was 1 week, and then it was it was a month.
I thought
on the second strike.
I thought it was you couldn't do live stream for a week, and then you couldn't upload
Yeah,
and live stream for like a month.
For 30 days.
For 30
Right.
days.
Right.
So that was the second strike, and third one was, you're
Right. And the problem with this system is, number one, if it is a false positive, as it was the case in Bitwit, as it was the case in, what was the other channel that got hit with Vox Media? I don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember either.
Review USA or
Something.
Anyway, there were two channels that were singled out by Vox Media that said, we disagree with their views, and that's why, which isn't a valid copyright strike. But YouTube copyright struck Bitwit's channel. Now, that impacts him immediately because it removes him from trending. It removes him from recommended videos, which will negatively impact his view count on his videos.
Yeah.
It also disables his live streaming ability. So, Awesome Hardware,
Gone.
gone.
For the week, yeah.
For the week.
But that's a video.
Right.
That
Tech
could
Review
be-
USA. Thank you. Yeah, that was the other one that was hit. Yeah, 30 days no live stream on a false strike equals loss of job for some small channels. And while let's say I got copyright struck, a 30-day loss of live streaming would not end my channel, but
It would
two
hurt
copyright strikes would. Me not being able to upload for 30 days and not getting any recommendations from YouTube for, hey, watch Craft Computing's video next, that would financially ruin my channel.
Yep. I mean, you would have to struggle for almost another year probably just to bring it
back to where it's
it
at.
was. Yeah.
Right. I get a decent amount of traffic. In the month of December, I had 620,000 views.
Yeah.
Which is my second highest view count since Wish.com went live, and I got 1.5 million in 1 month. So, yeah, no live stream equals no super chats. And while I don't rely on super chats for a lot of my financial income, it certainly does help. And every little bit helps. Anyway, YouTube is now, instead of immediately striking down a channel, they are giving you a warning strike.
Yes.
Which can be disputed and will not negatively impact your channel. So your first strike is a warning. It's a check engine light on your dash.
Yeah, they're not even technically giving you a strike. They're kind of notifying you, you could be warned right now and you need to check this.
This is your warning.
Check yourself before you're about to wreck yourself,
right,
essentially.
Exactly.
And if you take it down, if you do the proper things, they won't ding you.
Right. If you dispute it and you win, they will not strike your account. And it will not negatively impact your account, and your warning resets.
Yes.
So as long as you don't already have a warning on your account, you will not continue to gain strikes.
Yeah.
Or you won't go from getting a warning to the warning is removed to the next time it happens, you get a strike on your channel. That's not how it's going to work.
It's you have to have that warning basically checkbox on there, and then again it happens.
Right.
But that warning can stay up for basically as long as you don't dispute. If you don't dispute it, or if the dispute claim basically is like, no, we don't agree with you, and it'll stay up there, and then you do it again, which can stay up there for a while. Yes.
Right. It's 90 days, just like the regular strike system. So I need to stop picking my lip. Sorry. So you now get a warning. However, your first strike goes straight to the 2-strike punishment. So no uploads or live streaming for 30 days. If you get a second strike, it's an additional 30 days on top of that. And if you get 3 strikes, they have rights to delete your channel. So copyright strikes are still a serious thing and still can be used as weapons and ammunition for people who want to blackmail, as we kind of alluded to a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. But the warning system, I think that's what they were trying to get along with, is that we're giving channels warnings. Now, a chance to dispute it. During that warning process, nothing should be deemed.
Yeah. So. 30 days no stream means no get drunk on Wednesdays for a month. We'd still get drunk on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Probably more so because now I don't have to do it on camera.
So wait, Twitch will just get more stream.
Twitch will just get more streaming, I guess.
Double the streams on Twitch.
That's right. So, so I think it's a good move. I think the system still needs a fair amount of review, and I think there should be a little bit of arbitration before a strike actually occurs.
Yeah.
Because right now it's an automated process. You have no recourse for a strike until the strike has already been placed. And by the time a strike is placed, you are already negatively financially impacted. And that's the crappy thing that happened to Bitwit was he was immediately struck, and he goes, what?
Why? Yeah.
Yeah. So had that happened during over the course of a Tuesday, you'd have no awesome hardware that week because he was fighting a false claim on his channel. Now, as soon as YouTube manually reviewed it, they said, oh no, this falls within fair use, as evidenced by H3H3 Productions and a couple other companies that have actually gone to court and won over fair use. Lyle's video was funny as heck. It was... I will say it was slightly racist, even though he's of Asian descent and was playing an Asian character. It was a slightly racist representation of that Asian character. I will say...
That's a whole different
but that's
subject.
A whole
that's
different
a
conversation.
Whole different conversation.
The Verge had no right to say, we don't like what he is doing with his character with our content, because it was transformative and he turned it into something else.
Yes. That was more...
If I were to post Lyle, if I were to be Lyle... I would be up for a number of problems. I love Bitwit, and again, I thought the video was hilarious. And in fact, I alluded to such when I did my own Verge video. When I said some of the videos were hilarious. His is the one I was talking about. But hopefully now we'll get a little bit of leeway before a channel that is copyright struck actually leads to financial problems.
Yeah. So it gives them... They're trying to give a little bit of a buffer.
Right.
So something like this doesn't happen. It's not the greatest system in the world, like you were stating.
I think it's still between the DMCA being issued and a strike being laid on your channel. I think there still needs to be a manual oversight. Someone physically verifying
yes,
what the issue is.
Yes.
And if there's any questions, the defendant has a chance to respond. If it's just a straight up re-upload, which I kill about one of those a week on my channel alone. So I can't imagine how many some of the larger channels do. You get an upload person on yours?
Oh yeah. Stop doing that. I need the views.
Here. I'll show you off camera. Creator Studio. Let's go to Studio Beta and then go to copyright. Come on. Copyright. This is this month.
Oh, look at that.
One of them's on the Pixio monitor. So, yeah.
Hops and brews.
Yeah, you've got a couple of copyright strikes to deal with.
Damn it.
Yeah. I've issued 7 in the last, looks like 60 days.
Jeez.
So, yep.
Yeah, but that would be amazing to see what these larger channels are just constantly doing. Re-uploads, constant copyrights. Just imagine what, the music industry and all that other stuff are doing. Yeah. I think if Jeff parodied Lyle, it'd be a community guideline strike. And absolutely it would. I would not survive that. It's funny, but only because Kyle is doing it. So yeah, like I said, I think they're on the right path. I think there still needs to be some manual oversight before punishment is levied against a channel, especially a channel the size of Bitwit. Yeah. Because now, all of my re-uploads that I have DMCA struck, and I do actively search for craft computing and references and titles of my videos, especially some of my more popular ones. I'm really surprised the Wish.com one has not been re-uploaded yet. It hasn't been. Okay. That's a weird one for me. There's probably a lot of Wish videos out there. What it is it's always my very first video. It's my X79 Chinese motherboard review. Oh. That is number 1. 6 of my 7 DMCA takedowns in the last couple of months have been that video. Oh. And we got a new, like I said, we got a new entry. It's my Pixio monitor review, the 276H. So, but yeah, there needs to be something that happens before Bitwit is copyright struck. So, glad to see they're might be on the right. They're trying to be better, similar to the FCC.
Yeah. At least they're trying. They're trying in this one area,
in this one tiny area that YouTube totally didn't monetize other videos or whatever. Who cares? Yeah.
What do you think? This is really good,
right? I've actually been really enjoying.
I've been really enjoying this. It's a hard beer to drink.
Really? I mean, well, you've been talking a lot.
I've been talking a lot, but you're not that much further than I am.
No, I've been trying to. Honestly, I could have been done a while ago.
Right.
Now, okay, so...
But I will say it's not a beer that I can just...
No, it is, like we referred to earlier, the body of it is really thick.
It's really thick.
The 99 IBUs.
Yeah.
Are you tasting that?
Oh, yeah.
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 So, no, Sasquatch Brewing, actually, interesting fact, they are one of the very first breweries in the popular America to do the glitter beer.
Yes.
So, they actually...
I remember your video on that.
Yes. I actually know some of the brewers there.
Yep.
Or I don't personally. I have their phone numbers. Let me say that. I have their phone numbers, and we're like, hey, I'm so-and-so from that bar that I used to buy your beer from. Oh, hey, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, we're not like friends, but...
Right.
Yeah, they told me how they do their glitter beer, and actually they canned their glitter beer, which
Yes.
I have a can of it.
Nice.
It's all right. You do see glitter.
Yep.
That's interesting.
I'll say about this beer, about the Sasquatch, it's, as you said, it's a heavier mouthfeel. It drinks a little bit thicker, but I maintain what I said at the beginning, where it's got some of the oils and whatnot, but it's not overly clingy, and a couple seconds later, the flavor is gone.
Yeah.
And this deep into this beer, I really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
As someone who doesn't like to just sit there and just slam a beer, I like to eat food or have a burger or some chicken wings or mozzarella sticks or something when I'm drinking a beer. This would be amazing to just have some finger foods to go along with it.
Yes. In all honesty, and actually this was $3.50.
Yeah.
So
that expensive.
$3.50 a pint for an 8%, a little above 8% beer. Honestly, 2 of these would probably last like a good movie marathon night.
Oh, yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah. And with this, some popcorn, mozzarella sticks.
I will say we're almost 40 minutes into this. I'm pushing to drink it this fast. I will say. If I was doing just a little bit slower, but even warming up to like room temperature, it's close to room temperature now. It's still really good.
It's still really nice.
Yeah.
It brings a sweetness out.
It does.
So you got a $2 donation.
Yakuza has me wanting to try Japanese whiskeys. Have a fave. Yoki, I believe, is the one that...
I don't think I've had too many Japanese whiskeys.
You had one over at Super Bowl. That was a Japanese whiskey.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was really good.
I believe it was Yoki, if I remember correctly. Let me...
Yeah, it's very sweet. You had that, and then you had Jameson Reserve or Jameson Black.
Yeah.
And the Yoki was much nicer than... Well, it was pretty much on par with like a Jameson Black sweetness level, but I think the Jameson Black had a bit more harshness to it.
Which is weird, because it's not a harsh whiskey.
No, it's not. Comparative is what I meant. Compared to the Japanese whiskey that you had to that
Toki.
Oh, okay. So then Toki.
Not
Toki was a much smoother whiskey. Might not have been as sweet, but it was smoother.
Suntory Toki. I will put that in the chat right here. There we go. That's the one I would recommend. Very, very smooth, very light.
Light would be another good characteristic.
But not... Some very unique notes for a whiskey. Like, you can taste the oak, and it tastes kind of like a young whiskey, but without the real harshness on the back end. And it was just very, very pleasant.
Yes.
Something you could easily pour over ice or have straight, or... I don't know if it would hold up in any cocktails. I think it would disappear in a cocktail.
It didn't really taste like a mixing type thing. It really did taste more like you were saying straight.
Maybe like a ginger ale. Like a whiskey and ginger.
Whiskey and ginger ale.
It might hold up in that, but it's going to disappear in a Kentucky Mule.
Yes.
It's going to disappear in an old fashioned or a Sazerac or anything, any kind of whiskey forward cocktail. It's going to vanish.
Yeah.
But as far as just a sit there and sip it whiskey, it was phenomenal.
Oh, it was very nice, and like you said with ice, I liked it straight up room temperature. A couple sips, and it was very decent. I think I ended up having two sniffs.
I've had that cold and I've had it warm, and honestly, I do prefer that one warm. So
now I want whiskey.
Yeah, I want whiskey.
Yeah, this really isn't a chug.
No, it's not.
This is
like, I'm trying to take big drinks because I want to finish it because I want to get on to the next one, and it's just I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a good beer.
It's a really good beer.
I'm actually quite surprised. Most of Sasquatch's beers, they're like, it's good, but this is actually
really good.
Really good beer. I honestly think Steve would really like this beer. Too bad.
Yeah, Steve would be a major fan of this beer.
Too bad, Steve.
All right. Let's see.
I got a new subscriber.
Yay!
Hey, someone's going to win a Rogue pack next week.
You still get notifications for new subscribers? I gave up.
Yeah, shut up. I need it.
Sorry, when you get like 280 of them a day, it's kind of... What are you up to now? 226?
Yes. How'd you get that number? I was like, perfect right there.
I know it was because I looked yesterday. Oh, +1. I know where you're at. I know I'm past 88. I think I'm at 88,270 or maybe 88,300 at this point. I forget. Let's see where I'm at just for grins.
What's the comma difference in mine versus Jeff?
88,382. I was way off.
What's funny is even if you take the first two numbers out of Jeff's, he's still above me.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's fine.
Got to keep up.
There's only so much I can do with beer. Problem is, while I'm doing my videos...
Ooh, we got a new Patreon, too.
I get slurry. All right.
Supposedly. Skull says new patron. I don't see a new patron. I'll have to go back and double check. Anyway, if you're... if you want to join the Patreon.
Oh, yeah!
$1 gets you on the Patreon, gets you access to the exclusive Discord server where you can chat with us all week long.
All week. Not just me. We got Steve, we got Rhett, and all the cool subscribers that are on there. Yep. Great channel. We got, like 8 different channels? Or chats?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. There's a lot on there.
Pretty wide ranging. We all tend to be kind of motorheads, so we've got got car talk, we've got computer talk, we've got
video game talk, we got
CAD engineering, 3D printing.
There is meme wars, gift wars, cocktails, beers, what are we drinking, food.
Yep.
It's all there for mostly just about everyone. A lot of jokes thrown around. Yeah. A lot of talk.
We are a fun-loving group.
We are a fun-loving group. Usually, you can find a area that people like, and if you start a big enough conversation with a big enough group, usually we start a whole new chat for you.
Yeah, if you have a big enough offshoot of a topic, and you go, hey, can we get a channel for this? Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's very fun, and you'll probably find someone almost live on there 24 hours a day.
Yep.
It's a big enough group for that, so it's really cool. Very broad too, all over the not nation but globe. Mm-hmm. So you'll get a lot. We got quite a few European people.
Yep.
And over the pond, a few Canadians.
Quite a few Canadians actually.
Yeah.
A couple Australians. Yeah. We've got some Nordic. We've got Sweden and Norway represented.
Yeah. So you got the globe basically.
Yep. A couple in Germany. I don't think I have anyone from the East. I don't think I have anyone from Russia, China, India, etc.
So if you're one of those people,
yeah, that's
Patreon,
right. I know I have a couple Korean viewers. So jump on the Patreon. I'd love to have the entire globe represented at some point.
Oh, what? How'd this happen? He snuck this in there.
Woo! Got right by you. Got you talking about my Patreon.
I know.
This is what happened.
Pimping Jeff out, and he's over there drinking my beer.
That's right. All right, let's jump into the next beer, and then let's jump into the next topic.
All right, so this is Grains of Wrath Pandemic IPA. I guess this is their experimental beer.
Yep.
So they are referring to this one as Gwen.
Gwen. And this is from up in Camas, Washington.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I actually know this guy personally.
Wow.
He's a friend.
You smell this?
No, not yet. He's a friend of Les.
Oh, get ready. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Les, if you're watching, how's it going, buddy?
He used to be... So the head brewer of Grains of Wrath was the former head brewer of Fathead in Portland.
Oh, really?
If you guys know Fathead's pretty big national brewery.
Yeah.
And it's very fruity.
Yeah.
Very fruity. So he was the head brewer in Portland.
Gosh, I'm trying to pin that down. It's like a super sweet guava.
Yeah, I was going to say almost like a bubblegum guava.
Bubblegum. That's exactly it.
So
yeah. It's tropical but super sweet, which is not really usually goes together.
Yeah, it's a New England style IPA. I mean, it automatically just hits you that yeasty New England style.
Ooh, little tingly.
Yeah, there's a little tingle. There's actually almost a bit of it's a big difference in bitterness comparative, but like I think
the sweetness is staying with me with this one.
Yes, this is more of a yeasty. Again, New England styles are a yeasty, weedier style.
Yep.
This has just some weird tropical notes. I mean, obviously, you can compare it. The last beer we had, you could see through the glass. This is
like applesauce.
Yeah, this is nothing. This is.
I can't see more than a couple millimeters into this glass.
Yeah.
I can't see the bottom of the glass from the side of the glass.
It's dirty looking. It looks like dirty dishwasher.
It looks like unfiltered cider.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Just like that.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Tingly right off the front. You're getting a lot of the citrus up front. You let it rest for a minute, and there's a bubblegum aftertaste.
Yes. What kind of hops is
that? That is interesting. I like it, but interesting. That is not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone.
Don't be an ass. I'm going to curse right here. Don't be an asshole. Recycle.
That's awesome.
So.
By the way, on the Patreon, on the Discord, I have one rule, and it's don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, pretty much everything goes. Nothing not safe for work, and don't be a dick. And overall, everyone agrees.
Everyone's been complying, and we've all had a great time. Usually, if someone ever pushes the border, we'll PM them and be like, "Hey, whoa. Just maybe delete that one and
yep.
No strikes, no nothing. We're not YouTube."
So, in March, my Discord turns 1 year old.
Really?
In March.
Ooh.
It's been around for a year now.
So you're going to put more keychains out and 6 months later?
Yeah,
everyone
exactly.
will get them?
I've had to issue 3 PMs of, hey, bro, maybe delete that one.
Yeah.
Ever. So, we've had a pretty good community over there. So, anyway, check it out. Links down in the video description.
Yep.
You can talk to John. That's a perk in itself.
That is, right? And you get
nothing to add to that.
You get to see all of my video uploads for free without subscribing to my own channel.
That's right. We have a buy and sell on there too.
Oh, do we?
Yeah,
I did not know.
Cargo Bay too. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yep.
So,
I just never needed to.
Yep.
But yeah.
Anyways, so nVidia's CEO may have opened the cork on
something
possible
he might not have should have said
that he kind of stole the thunder from Unity.
Yeah.
The two biggest game engines in use today are Unity and Unreal. Unreal already has ray tracing support through DirectX 12, through DXR.
4.22, yeah.
Yeah. Unity had been very, very quiet on the subject. Well, Jensen Wang may have just let the cat out of the bag that Unity has ray tracing.
We've already been talking to them and they already got it. They just didn't say anything.
Yeah, we just haven't released it yet.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
So if anyone was waiting for a Unity press release on whether or not they were going to support ray tracing in games,
the cat's already out of the bag.
Yeah. Which we knew this was coming. We
it's inevitable. That's the thing,
right?
For the two largest graphics supporting engines or game engines, you're gonna need to have that. Well, I shouldn't say you're gonna need to have that because we don't know if ray tracing really is going to catch on quite yet. I think it's going to be a bit of time before something like that even catches up. But it was just so funny. He was just kind of almost casually talking and saying, "And by the way, it's available for both Unity and Unreal."
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Wait,
right.
And then everyone's like, wait, what did you say?
Yeah.
Unity?
Say that again for comment this time.
By the way, let's talk about something else. But yeah.
By the way, Becky and Patreon wants to let everyone know there's a couple girls in there too. It's not all men.
No.
That's right.
That's why I don't post. Never mind.
No, you don't post because I would delete them.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyway, Becky, I'd never forget about you.
Hops and Bros.
Becky and Sienna. There's at least 2 girls.
There's
out
at
of
least
89 patrons.
Oh yeah, there's at least 2.
At least 2.
At least 2 that I can remember. No, one has a kid, and actually it's always kind of fun to chat with her, too.
Yeah.
She usually chats more in the afternoon.
Afternoon, late evening.
Her kid's usually like taking a nap or something like that.
Yeah.
I think she even homeschools her kids.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. But it's cool. I was homeschooled for a while. But yeah, so...
Couldn't get a date to prom, had to take his mom.
Sister. Same thing, though. Unity and reality. I had a date to prom, all right?
Did you marry her? I think you married her, didn't you?
No, that was her prom.
Oh, that was her prom. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
But yes.
I forgot you robbed the cradle.
Shut up. She's only like 3 years. Never mind. Anyways. Tech stuff.
Moving right along.
Tech stuff, Jeff. Tech stuff. We'll have Q&A toward the end of the episode.
That's right. That's right.
This is gonna be the stupid segment right here.
That's right.
We don't have a whole lot.
By the way, Becky says nice memory for remembering that she homeschooled her kids.
I was right.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
See,
we pay attention.
We pay attention on the chat.
That's right.
We may not have time to comment back, but we pay attention. I mean, it is. I wake up and it's like, you have missed 57 comments. Oh
no, it's 500.
Yeah, well, I'm talking one channel. Like, okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
Scroll. It's like an hour and a half to catch up to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then if your name's even mentioned, you're like, oh my gosh, all right, scroll. Where was I talked to?
Right.
Who said something?
I go to bed about midnight every night. By 6 a.m., I have like 4 mentions on it. That I have to go read the entire context of what they were talking about. Hey, Jeff, what did you think about this? I don't know because I haven't been involved in the conversation for the last 40 comments. Thank you. Yeah. Unity, we knew it was going to get ray tracing. It's probably going to be announced in the next couple of weeks.
Probably.
But we know it's now getting ray tracing, so thanks, Jensen.
Yep. Well, they did something, what is it? Unity kind of had their own version of ray tracing.
They've been dabbling in it since about 2015.
Yeah, they did some kind of mini series called like Atom or something like that. Yeah. I was watching it the other day and I was like, this isn't really all that impressive. At least I didn't think it was. But it wasn't ray tracing. They were just dabbling in realistic shadowing, effectiveness, light effectiveness for object. Similar to ray tracing. It wasn't ray tracing. Uh-huh. It was just their version of ray tracing.
Right.
So
it was ray tracing implemented within the constructs of what a graphics card could do then.
Yes, in 2015.
Right.
So what was that? 10
and had some pretty effective demos running.
I mean, it looked nice, but there was the same of water, fire. Yeah, right. This looks cool. Oh yeah.
People pretty. We'll never use this in a game.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. It was, oh, here's a 3-minute video clip of some animation that will never be used in a video game.
Yep. Heavy Palms finally joined the Patreon. Welcome, buddy. I've been waiting for you to do that. You donate every week. Welcome in. All right. So Google set to possibly release their own games console.
Why?
We have no idea what this is. We know Project Stream is a real thing. We know Project Stream is a cloud streaming service where you can play AAA titles and on your console without having high-end rendering hardware. So a la the Steam streaming machine or the Steam Box.
The Steam Box, yeah. Which takes your computer.
Which streams from your PC. They want to utilize cloud streaming to do that. And some people have done this on Amazon web servers for quite some time. And to some extent, you can rent a web server with a couple of cores and a GPU, and you can upload your Steam games to that, and then you can stream to a Steam console. That has been a thing for a little while. What hasn't been a thing outside of a couple of niche situations is a company going gung-ho with it. And Google, we know Google Stream is a project to do cloud rendering, pushing that down, and letting you play a game in real time on your TV. More than a game.
Wasn't it
like
just
entire libraries of games?
I thought it was one game.
They have one game right now, and I think it was Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I thought it was some. I know it was Assassin's Creed. Was it Odyssey, or was it some? Oh yeah, it was. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was Odyssey. My bad. You were right. I'm wrong.
Yep.
But still, one AAA title.
Yep. Sorry, once I got There we go.
I lost my train of thought. So I would have jumped in there, but I lost my train of thought.
So they've done more than one title, but right now it's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What they're hoping to do is do entire cloud rendering of multiple games and stream them to players in real time. So we know that's a thing. We know that Google is very interested in the gaming market. I mean,
yeah. Now, well, although the article doesn't state though that a console is coming out. It is rumored to come out.
Right. It is rumored to come out sometime in June this year, I believe is what it said.
Well, no, it said that there
or next month.
Because there was an announcement that Google sent out basically
that they're going to unveil a GDC.
Yeah, they said gather round, all will be revealed. But they didn't say what. And everyone's just basically speculating that it's all going to be around the Google Steam. Or the whatever it's called, their service, which I always got it confused with the Steam box. But yeah, I don't know. People are speculating that it's going to compete with the Xbox and PlayStation. I don't think this will do that. I think it's probably going to be similar to the Steam box. It's probably going to have to hooked up to your PC, something along that line, or a box that's going to be doing that to where you're downloading content. You're not buying discs. You're not going to a store or a Redbox or whatever.
You're paying for a subscription service of some kind, which has X number of games that are available to stream, a la PlayStation Now or Xbox.
Something like that. I don't think it's going to be what.
I don't think you're going to pay for a game and then pay for render time. What I think it is you're going to sign up for $20 a month to get X games per month.
Yes, exactly. And probably you can install on your PC or play on this box.
Or maybe just stream them.
Yeah, something along that line.
Right.
That's probably more likely because Google is, I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things, that hits a broader market than the console industry. The console industry, I would probably bet is dying. Slowly, but probably dying comparative to the mobile industry, the mobile gaming. I mean, heck, even Nintendo has gone to a bit more mobile style gaming.
Right.
Of, hey, we have a tablet now that you can take on the go. Or
I love the Switch.
I love the Switch too. I just, but it's essentially just a tablet. It is just a tablet that you can plug in an SD card, which is your game, and there's a docking station that says, hey, you can HDMI to your TV. What? I didn't.
So, no, I never needed to date mom. So I said, sister.
And again, if you were on Discord, you would get why we're laughing.
Regan, that was awesome.
So, a lot of jokes. We get, not personal, but yeah, it's fun.
A lot of jokes on Discord.
A lot of jokes on Discord. These are some of the few times that you do want to read the times that you've been called out.
Not going to say that one on air.
No. This is a kid-friendly show if you're joining us for the third time. We try to be anyways.
So yeah. Google set to announce something at GDC, which they haven't done before. I don't think this is going to be something a la an nVidia Shield competitor. I don't think this is going to be a handheld or a console or anything like that. There may be a mobile tie-in, but I think this is going to be a competitive game system. And they've said before they want to compete with the Xbox and PlayStation markets.
I think, again, I think they do, but I don't think it'll be a physical disc, market type thing. I think it'll be a bit more of an in-between Steam box versus PlayStation type PlayStation Store, Microsoft Xbox or Xbox Store or whatever. I think they're trying to hit that middle ground, and I'm betting that's what they're going to be trying to do.
Right. Let's see. We got some Southern Comfort and Cherry Coke.
You know, actually, I really like Southern Comfort.
We got Monster and reheated pizza. It looks like,
and
or dorm school pizza, dorm room pizza.
Oh man, that pizza does look good.
Hop Slam Ale from Bell's.
So that's probably what they're talking about. Yeah, we've seen that. I've seen that. I don't know if you have. Oh, someone's going classy with some.
That's right. Square cut pizza.
Yeah, square cut pizza and possibly whiskey or scotch.
Daisy Cutter Pale.
Ooh, is that a
half acre?
Yeah, half acre. But there's I forget what, but they used the flour instead of hops.
Yep.
I wonder. But anyways, let me know.
Malted
Dandelion
milkshake
hop.
IPA.
Sorry, dandelion pale ale. So they use the hops. Sorry.
Malted milkshake IPA.
Steve, let me know. I wanted to try that. I almost bought that.
Yep. Vlad, I can't say that comment on the air. So $2 donation from Vlad. So thank you very much. There's my line, Vlad. Go back to your Vlad's helpful tips or Vlad's advice.
Now those were hilarious.
Those were good.
We can say those on air.
All right. So Huawei back in the news again. Huawei back in the news. Their CEO has made comments on Spygate, saying there's no way the U.S. can crush us, and we will. If they close us off in the U.S., we will thrive in the East. If they break us off in the North, we will thrive in the South.
I know. Basically, he just gave the.
We will fight them on the beaches, in the air, on the land.
All I pictured was the CEO, Ren, whatever how you say his last name, just like walking around with the middle finger going up, like, yeah, screw you all. You can't do crap.
I pictured Winston Churchill.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of pictured like Bender.
No, Bender, but I pictured Robin Williams' version of Winston Churchill, where he goes, when you realize that Winston Churchill also voiced Winnie the Pooh. We will fight them on the beaches, in the air, on the land. Eeyore and Tigger. It's the same voice.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
It's the same voice.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Robin Williams live on Broadway.
Oh my gosh, he's got some great.
Yeah. Or live at the Met.
Yeah.
Both of them are fantastic. For some classic Robin Williams. Anyway.
Hey, how many subscribers do you think I have now?
227.
Yes, right, I do.
You got one while I wasn't looking. So that's what happened.
So, anyways, but yeah, Huawei.
Boy, whew. If ever there was a smoking gun and someone going, I didn't do it.
Yeah, I know. And it's just like smoking from his jacket.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah.
It's not me, I swear.
This is Vladimir Putin going, what bodies?
Yeah. Bots? What are you talking about? We don't have any servers here. Destroy them. Go, what?
Open and shut case. Suicide. He shot himself twice in the head and threw the gun over the ledge.
Exactly. At a weird angle.
Happens all the time.
You always shoot yourself from above, two in the back. That's how you do it.
That's right.
It's a suicide.
That's right.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So he says that the U.S. will never, ever crush Huawei. We are too far ahead technologically, and the world needs what we have.
Yeah. And didn't they also state something around that if China ever did try to spy through us, we would never do that.
Right.
They don't pay us to do anything. We would never accept anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah, of course not. They're too technical or technologically advanced of a company. Oh yeah,
right.
Sure, from stealing everyone's technology.
Yeah, it's because they have all the trade secrets from everyone else.
Yeah.
Apple has accused them. Samsung has accused them. T-Mobile has accused them.
Yeah.
In fact, they're being charged in Canada because of who was the other company that they stole secrets from? It was the Gorilla Glass.
Yeah. Yeah. We just did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was the
CES
FBI sting.
Yeah.
Or no, that was not related to the Canada indictments. That was a new indictment.
The Canada one was computer parts. Wasn't it?
Was it?
I thought it was.
Maybe. I don't know.
There's so many. That's the problem. So that's why it's stupid. Yes, but literally in the quote, he kind of does a Winston Churchill thing. I didn't think of it at that time, but yeah, he really does.
I can picture him with the wine glass and the cigar.
I don't know what the guy
it would have been brandy.
It's brandy
or
Scotch.
cognac.
Yeah, maybe it's Japanese whiskey.
No, breakfast was Scotch, afternoon was cognac. Was what it was.
But yeah, so everyone in Hawaii, they're dropping out like the 5G. They're kicking them out of the 5G rollout of everything.
Yep.
And he's basically now whining and complaining, and he's like, well, you know what? If the U.S. doesn't do it to me, I'll go to the U.K.
That's right.
And if you know what the U.K. is like, I'm going to go to Africa. Blah, 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 blah.
They cannot stop our rollout.
Yeah.
They need what we have.
We're too technologically advanced and cheap.
Yeah.
It's essentially no one would probably compete with their prices because they steal everyone. They're like, hey,
We can do it for a third the price.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Which, again, we've talked about this before. What is copyright law in China? It's who has the blueprints to make whatever parts.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as copyright in China. It's, am I able to produce this? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and produce this.
Yep.
So
and it's mine now.
That's the mentality, and that's the legal standing as well. It's, well, we can produce this, so we went ahead and did it. And they go, okay.
Hence how Wish.com came to be.
That's right. So, yeah, ever-evolving story. It doesn't seem to be going away. Doesn't seem to be dying down. In fact, it just keeps kind of piling on.
Yeah. Speaking of dying down.
Speaking of dying down.
You know what else is dying down? And it's kind of similar to the previous thing that we were talking about. Razer. Do you have any Razer products?
I don't.
I used to.
I don't own a single Razer product. I never have.
I used to have a Razer mouse.
Not out of some like moral high ground. I just have never owned a Razer product.
I used to have a Razer mouse and a Razer keyboard.
Yep.
Didn't really care for the keyboard. I liked the mouse, but this didn't feel right.
Yeah. I've tried a number of the Razer switches. They have 3 different switches. They have a green one, which is supposed to be comparable to Blue's, but it's kind of
I have a knockoff Blue from that
Red Dragon.
Red. They're not quite Blues, but they sound wise they're Blues.
Yeah.
Feel wise they're not quite. They're more like browns, but my ear tricks me into thinking they're Blues.
Right. It's amazing how much this impacts this.
Yes.
It really is.
I like noisy, clicky keys.
Yep.
I like to, when I'm on the phone, I like people knowing, hey, I'm typing on something. Yeah. I like people.
That's a good sound.
And I get people, oh, you're working. No, I'm Google searching, but you think I'm working. You know, Zach, I'm working. Trust me.
It's great when I get on. I have to call regional NOCs all the time for various routing issues and whatnot. And I can always tell when I'm on the phone with someone who can help me because there's the distinct sound of Cherry Blues in the background.
Ah, yes.
While he's talking, it's going.
Yeah. Again, yeah, it kind of gives that impression. But Razer never really felt good. They always had. I really liked their mouses early on, gaming wise. They had some of the very first
otherwise known as
mouses, whatever. But you know, what I never really got of them, they started getting into the gaming download competitiveness with like Steam and Origin and everything like that. So they had their digital game store. Well, not so much anymore.
Yep. So in the news lately has been a lot of talk about the Epic Game Store. About, we're going to give companies 80% profit share instead of 70% profit share. Unlike that draconian Steam from Valve. Screw those guys. Here's the problem with a brand new game store. It's tough to start up and it's tough to compete when there's such an established competitor. Look at Mac OS X and Linux versus Windows. And yes, I did just bundle you two together. Deal with it. You represent less than 3% of the market share. Anyway, it's kind of like trying to break into an overly monopolistic and draconian market share. Razer tried to do it a couple years ago, and not even a couple years ago. Less 10 months.
Yeah, less than a year.
They said we're going to open our own game store with blackjack and hookers
and ray tracing. You know, let's just screw all 3 of those.
You know what? Forget the ray tracing.
That's more like what it was.
That's So 10 months ago, Razer launched the Razer Game Store, which was supposed to be a legit competitor to Steam and give a higher profit margin to developers and have incentives for players to join.
Yeah, and you can earn discounts.
And you can earn Razer bucks and earn discounts on games. Well, it's shutting its doors on February 25th.
Yep. So they are stating though that if you still have some of the coins and the down, the things that they're I think they call
real coins.
No, I think they're called like gold coins or Razer gold coins.
Razer bucks.
Razer bucks.
We'll call them Razer bucks.
You can still use that after it to get games. I think for another couple months till April. Or a few extra months, as there's another article I read. But you'll have a few extra months to be able to use those to download some other games.
Right.
Or whatever. Otherwise, they're going to go to waste.
Yep.
But, yeah, kind of that's like a streaming service for videos. It's like, yeah, we're up and we're down.
Yep.
Which is probably likely most of the modern streaming services that we've been seeing.
Yep.
Or hearing that might think about, hey, we're going to open our own streaming service. But gaming-wise, this is interesting. Brings me back to the Google thing. I'm curious about what they're going to do with Google's, was it Steam or whatever? I keep forgetting what it's called. Google
Project Stream.
Project Stream.
Yeah.
I always think of it Steam.
Yeah.
Project Stream. I'm curious to see what they're...
probably intentional.
Yeah, exactly. What they're going to be doing with that in comparison to seeing all these other companies like Razer putting content out like this and it's just falling to the wayside within less than a year, possibly a year or two. And just no one cares because it can't compete with a large infrastructure that Steam, Origin, a couple of the other ones that have it.
Good Old Games Galaxy.
Yeah. They already have just the content, the followers, the people. Everything is there.
Right.
I wouldn't go to Razer. No, honestly, too, their products are overpriced.
Yep. Someone says, I do love the Futurama references. I am full of those. So
Yes.
I have a lot of Futurama references. Couple of shout outs for Dell OEM keyboards. And I will say, some of the Dell OEMs I've used are actually very pleasant. For a membrane style keyboard, they're nice. They're very nice. I don't know who OEM'd Dell's keyboards, but you have my props.
Those big, thick ones, right?
The big, thick ones with...
they look stupid, but they're just,
Right.
Yeah, we got a couple of those at work.
Yep.
That float around.
And they're actually
nice. They're pretty nice.
Yep.
Now, we get a lot of people complain that are just standard web browsers. They want the flat...
the chiclet style.
The chiclet style, really, super. Like, this is... I can't feel if I hit tab or did I hit A? Did I hit cap locks? What did I hit? I don't know.
Yep.
We
have a lot of the Logitech K120s.
Oh, yeah. We got a couple of those.
And, I hate those things.
Yeah.
I hate those things.
They're thick, but it's almost like basically a laptop keyboard. It's just bad.
We don't make Star Trek references here, right? What? Regan, you know better than that.
Did we not just go through a whole, Jeff would say, GIF battle of Star Trek?
Thank you for pronouncing it correctly.
GIF battles. Me more. What was it, yesterday?
Tell you what, if you just subscribe to Hops and Brews, unsubscribe because I have that kind of power.
Free beer to anyone.
You know what? I'm going to unsubscribe right now.
I will send free beer to you.
You're at 226 now. Bitch. Yep.
I would laugh if I just got a subscriber.
That would be great.
That would have been... It was the same one as last. I didn't clear it. That would have been hilarious, though.
Unsubbed. Yes.
Wait. Oh, screw you. All right. Well, you're not going to get that Rogue pack next week.
That's right.
2 weeks from now.
That's right.
But you know, these streaming services, they're just coming out of the woodworks. Everyone is doing either video streaming, game streaming. All these services are just coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah, and again, we talked with trying to compete with existing monopolies on services. You look at Netflix / Hulu, which has the majority of the streaming service market. even if you already have your own monopoly, a la Valve and Steam, doesn't mean you can compete with another monopoly.
No. Hence, also kind of why Steam, they're getting rid of their video and movie selection.
Yeah. So you could order The Matrix. You could order a bunch of different movies, tech-related or not. There were some, like, I think City of Angels, the Nicolas Cage kind of bomb was on there for a while.
Yeah. Well, I think they were trying to go for a bit more of, like, video game tutorials, walkthroughs. Hey, this is how you play this game. This is maybe...
Right. But you could buy John Wick the movie.
But yeah, that was kind of like, okay, I'm going to either buy it on Steam. Now I got to buy it on Amazon. Now I got to buy it on here. Now I got to buy it on here. And again, those type of... It's just annoying to do that type of thing. I'm not going to keep paying $4.99 for a movie on one service and be like, oh, I can't stream this to my smart TV because it doesn't support Steam, so I got to go buy a Steam box.
Right.
Or hang on, I can get it from my phone. Now I got a Chromecast.
Steam Link.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
Steam Link. No one commented that. I came up with that on my own. It just like clicked. That's what that thing is. Yeah. That's downstairs on my TV. I remember now.
So.
Steam Link.
Yes.
If you said it earlier, I didn't read it, so I don't care.
Take claim for it. Jeff doesn't read through the comments.
That's right.
But yeah, so they're getting rid of their videos and not streaming service, but yeah, videos and movie selection. I believe it's going to be. They even. I swore they stated a date in here. I'm not seeing it. So
sorry, Bendy is drinking a Lambrusco carbonated red wine.
La-di-da. A carbonated red wine. So it's trying to be kind of a red champagne, or did you carbonate it yourself? Oh, we need to do that flip too. We should do that flip live here.
We should do the flip live.
I think that'd be interesting. That'd be a fun because we can either do it on my channel, but I think it'd be better here.
And Compact Disc, by the way, I love your username. I just want you to know that. Commented XKCD927, which is standards. There are 14 competing standards. 14, ridiculous. We need to develop one universal standard that covers every use case. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. So, situation now, there are 15 competing standards. And that's what streaming services are and subscription services are today. It's competing services. No one is going to standardize. No one is going to say, no, I'll let you have that chunk of the pie. That's the world we live in today. Now, there are established monopolies, as we've said, a la Netflix and Hulu, or Steam, or Amazon Prime, or other services like that, where eBay for auction sites, there's no legit competitor where you can find the number of stuff and the shipping services and the payment options and the offerings of the established monopolies. No. They don't exist. And they can't exist because the competitor is so strong. So that's the problem with CBS saying, oh, we're going to put Star Trek only on CBS All Access. Well, that's another $8 a month that I really don't need to pay right now because I already have Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah.
And it's Star Trek, but I don't necessarily need to watch it.
I know. Yeah, that was funny. You were mentioning it. I was going to say CBS. $8 for that one show, and I know they're coming out with, we're going to build content down the road.
Right.
Now, if you release that for 99 cents, you'll just get CBS access. I'd probably do it for $1.
At a couple of bucks, I'd do it. At $8? Nope.
No.
Hard no.
You have nothing to entice me.
Right.
You are one channel that produces maybe 2 shows a year that have semi-good content, and you're lucky you have Trek on there.
Right.
And it's not even a good Trek, but I'm still going to watch it.
And here's the deal, okay? You will always get people who want to watch your shows and want to pay you money. But if you outprice yourself, I'll just go BitTorrent it.
Not that we do that.
Not that I do that. Not that I condone doing that. Not that I recommend you do that.
But the majority of the masses are probably thinking like, I can find this for free, and I can probably go get a Plex server or something for like $100, or check out Jeff's video how he did it for $250. Plus, with a couple extra 6 terabyte hard drives, you can have a 12 terabyte
Plex server for $468.
But anyways, some people.
But that's besides the point.
That's beside the point. Some people out there do that type of stuff to where they'll just download everything, and you're not enticing. And even those people at a moderate price, most of those people are like, you know what? I'm willing to pay that price.
Right.
Because I'll be legitimate. I'll go ahead and do that. And I'll stream it because I don't want to wait that hour and a half to download it. And I really do want to support this content. But you are asking me a ridiculous price point. HBO.
Yeah.
HBO
Go?
HBO Go. I will.
$14.99?
No. No, yeah,
right.
Exactly.
I am grandfathered into the Netflix streaming price of $6.99.
Now, when you mean grandfather, you're not mean your grandparents?
No. I mean, I actually pay $6.99.
Oh, so you're not using your grandparents' password.
No. I'm not cheap like you.
Hey.
So I actually have Netflix, and we have Hulu, and we have Amazon Prime. Those are the 3 things we pay for. Amazon Prime because, I order a lot of crap.
It's more the shipping aspect.
It's the shipping aspect, and then the videos are just a perk.
Yeah.
But the whole... I already pay for 2 streaming services, and I pay about $15 a month for 2 different streaming services. Yeah. And that's all I really want. And when CBS All Access comes in and goes, well, you can watch Star Trek Discovery for only $8 a month. Nope, sorry.
No.
If it was $2, it's $2, and I would literally forget about it. I would never, ever consider canceling because it's like, it's $2 a month.
It's $2.
At $8 to $10 to $12 a month for ABC and CBS and NBC, and you go down the list. Fox has a streaming service.
Well, that's the thing too. If all the major networks just said, hey, $2 a month, you can stream our channel.
Right.
And I would stream all, and then if you combine that, all the top nationwide channels ends up being $12. How many people would probably get rid of Netflix and Hulu and be like, oh, we're screwed. We don't, but you know what? Cable companies. Mm-hmm. We can't do that. So
right. So a couple of years ago, I subscribed to PlayStation Vue. Listen first before you make that face. Okay, it was $29.99, but it got me 160 channels. It was Discovery. It was all the ESPNs. It was Comcast Sportsnet.
$30 basically for cable.
$30 for
basic cable.
No, it was for expanded cable. I got all my local channels.
Okay.
Plus, I got ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN3 streaming. I got Discovery Science Channel. I got A&E, so I could watch Breaking Bad. I got all the channels and all the associated streaming services for $30 a month.
Well, if you don't get QVC, I can't get it because my wife.
It had QVC.
Well, then, I'm switching.
Exactly. It was $30 a month, and I went, I will pay that gladly.
Yeah.
Because I was subscribed to Dish Network at the time, and Dish Network was costing me about $120 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
With
50 channels you don't need.
Right. Now, again, that started at $85 a month and should have been a guaranteed for life price. But every 3 months, there was a $5 price hike. And so over the course of 2 years, it went from $85 to $120 to $130 a month. And I went, fuck off. I'm not paying that anymore.
Yeah.
I went to PlayStation Vue. PlayStation Vue was fantastic for about 6 months. All of a sudden, their minimum price went from $30 a month to $45 a month. Cancel.
Yep.
Not worth it anymore.
Unless you're grandfathered in, but yeah, they probably...
No, I couldn't grandfather myself in.
I
was a subscriber from day one on that service. I was. In fact, I went from the $24.99 to the $29.99, and I did it happily because I was happy with the product that I was getting. Mm-hmm. However, in between times, they started removing some random channels, and a couple of them I didn't care about. One of them I did. I don't remember what it was, but I went, ooh, that one kind of that one kind of stings a little bit. And then they said, ooh, sorry, we're not going to be able to continue the $29.99 price. It's going to be $44.95 from now on. Cancel.
Wow. Yeah.
Next month. Done.
Nope.
You're not worth it anymore. You are not saving me any money. Yeah. In fact, you are so close to a satellite subscription, I might as well just freaking buy that because I'll get 3 times the channels now.
Yep.
And you know what? I haven't had cable TV or satellite TV for 2 years. I don't miss it.
Yeah.
I don't. And prices are the reason to blame.
Oh yeah. Again, yeah.
Prices on everything across the board. 10 years ago, I had unlimited internet on my cell phone through AT&T, and I think my plan for 3 phones was $80 a month.
Oh yeah,
it's $155 today.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I remember being on Verizon and we were grandfathered into the unlimited plan like back, a couple 5-6 years ago, and then they started demanding that if their plan was
it's $155 without me paying monthly for my cell phones.
Yeah,
with monthly for my cell phones, it was $210.
Oh yeah,
for 2 phones. $210 a month for 2 phones.
You know what's ridiculous is now buying a new phone. No, we don't cut you a deal or anything like that.
No, it's $30 a month.
You have to buy the phone outright or make payment.
Now notice you never got the savings passed on to you for buying the phone.
Yeah, no.
Anyone notice that?
Now it's just you buy the phone outright. No savings from us. No nothing. But yeah, we were grandfathered in, and they were saying that although if you ever buy a phone from us, you can no longer you have to change your phone plan.
Right.
And Verizon told us that and said, if you buy the latest version, I'm sorry, you have to change your plan, your data plan. Even though it's technically the same amount of data and you're using the same data, we have to change your plan and you're no longer grandfathered in.
Yep.
Unless you bought your own phone, which was way, at the time, $500-$600. This was back when they were still doing, hey, buy our phone and it'll be $200.
$340.
Yeah, it's phones now, all this, it's just...
$2,000 for a Samsung Fold. $1,350 for an iPhone XS Plus.
Even though I'm probably gonna end up paying the $1,000 for the 10 Plus.
I will never, ever, ever,
just
ever,
I want
ever spend $1,000 on a phone. Ever. Ever. Period. End of discussion. Won't do it.
I might.
Skull's calling for the rant counter. That is pretty much exclusive to new subscriber. Regan, you weren't subscribed to Hops and Brews. 228.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. That was just fun. Yeah. So, you want
needless to say, I get more views on a live show than you have subscribers.
Shut up. Whatever.
Live viewers.
Yeah. It's only because I'm on the show, Jeff.
That's right.
You want to do the last 2, or do you just want to go into Q&A? The
last
2 are just
they're kind of just there.
They're just there.
We'll talk. I'll just say, so Fallout 76 was being given away for free with a $5 PS4 thumbstick purchase by a retailer in
Poland.
Basically, they're clearing stock of Fallout 76.
Yeah.
And this is the first retailer to go, buy this $5 accessory that we have 90% profit margin on anyway, and we'll give you this disc.
Yeah.
So that's that story. And then the Doom mod. I didn't actually read this one.
The Doom mod was just, we talked about it.
Sigil Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit ago. It's just getting a little delay. It was supposed to be released, I think, this month or next month.
Yeah, this is the John Romero episode 5.
Yeah. Of the original Doom, if you ever wanted to play it. Was that free download, right?
Yep, free download for the episode.
So he was just saying, hey, by the way, it's just going to get delayed till April. Complications came out. The story, it's not as good as I wanted it to be. It's just quite not where I want it to be, so we're going to push it to April. Not story, but it's just not quite where I wanted it to be. It's going to take till April. All the early subscribers, they'll still get first access, but it's just getting pushed back.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was a slow news week when I put these 2 up there.
Yep. And then Samsung had their press conference, and I think we added 2 or 3 stories today.
Yeah, it was everything was added today.
Yeah.
We had
and Skull the rant counter is pretty much exclusive for mine and Rhett's show because we will inevitably go on rants, each of us.
Oh yeah.
Whereas me, I'll go on a rant here, but it's okay, it's 1-0, who cares?
Yeah.
With me and Rhett, it's usually 4-7.
Yeah. Rhett,
we get each other worked up.
You
and
guys
it's fun.
need to cut your articles down to we're going to talk about 4 articles, and that's it. 1 beer fact, and then
we really do,
and 4 tech things, or go back to the 3-hour system with Red.
Yeah, 3 hours was too much.
It was
really
hard.
It really was,
and especially with Steve, you guys drink a lot.
We do. Can't do 3 hours with Steve because this show turns blue really quick.
So right now, we're out of articles to talk about for at least this week. If you have any questions, comments, Q&A, check out the chat. Start chatting, even though we've already been talking, but continue. Anything you want to talk about.
The floor is open.
Yep. because this was a good beer.
Regan at Craft Computing, do you still lease your phones? No. I bought mine outright on an Amazon deal sometime in the middle of last year. July?
Yeah, you were trying to do a review on it and just ended up being like, yeah.
I ended up not doing a review on it. But sometime around July or August, I ended up buying this. It was right before we went to PAX. Yeah. Is when I bought this phone. It's the Essential phone, Essential PH1, for those who don't know. I've really, really enjoyed this phone. I do have pretty much the latest version of Android, 9.07 or whatever they're on right now. It's been solid. The few complaints I've had about it have been fixed in firmware. It gets the occasional bug because it is kind of on the bleeding edge of whatever the current Android version is.
Can't handle, yeah.
And they seem to be keeping up to date pretty darn well.
Didn't they come up with a second version of that phone?
It was planned and it got canceled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we actually talked about that a couple of months ago where the PH2 was canceled.
Yeah. Now, I got the Edge Galaxy 6. They're on the 10 now, so you can tell how old my phone and how long. Yeah. I keep my phones for like 3-4 years.
Yep. The last phone I leased or purchased on consignment or whatever the hell you want to call it, purchase plan through AT&T was the 6S Plus. Paid on that for 2.5 years at $32 a month because I got the 128 gig version and the XS or 6S Plus. My wife had a 6S standard, and
the last good iPhone.
And so we paid that off, but surprisingly enough, our AT&T bill hasn't gone down yet because they found out a way to up our.
Like, oh, you need to update your data plan or the special charges that you're using.
Right.
Blah blah blah.
So. Yeah. Anyway, I will never, ever rent to own, essentially, a cell phone. Yeah. I will buy a phone that's a couple years back now. I will pay gladly out of pocket $350 to $500 to buy a cell phone. I will never, ever, 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 ever lease a cell phone for $70 a month.
No, actually.
It's not worth it.
Actually, that might not be a bad video, although it's be an expensive video. The used market of a phone.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting... And also, yeah, the used market on a phone, you can find great used market, especially when, like right now, new Samsungs are about to be released. You can probably go find a 8, not a 9, probably, but an 8 for a decent price, around $300 or $400.
Right. How's the Ubuntu box coming along? I haven't really touched it since I did the SteamOS video, or the Steam on Linux revisit. Why is that an emulator? Shut up. Yeah, I do have a couple of projects planned with it, including a Steam VR visit on Linux, but probably not for at least a couple more weeks. But it is on my chart. Server motherboard values. There's a great value on a Gigabyte C622 motherboard on Newegg right now for like $199.
Ooh.
I don't remember what it is, but it's essentially a dual X79. So it's the 2600 V1 and V2 chips. It's $199.
Oh, geez, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Someone was asking about your home server part 2. Actually, if you check out Jeff's one of your latest videos of this home server, he kind of addresses a...
Well, home server part 2 was kind of my 10 gigabit switch, was the Microtech switch, which, by the way, it's pronounced Microtech, not Microtech or Microtech or whatever.
But I think your latest one would probably actually be the best solution for most standard users at a home-based server.
Right. For a home user, the TerraMaster that I reviewed is a fantastic box to get you started.
Yeah.
I put 12 terabytes of storage in it for $468 out of box, ready to run. Really, really solid.
Yeah.
Are you guys into craft spirits like gin? I freaking love gin.
You know, I really wanted to go and buy that aviation, the Ryan Reynolds gin. It is a Portland-based company. It's a bit of expensive on gin. I think they probably might have raised the price just for the fact.
So, John, am I into gin?
No, you hate aromatic gins.
Those are 3 of my gins.
Yes, and only because he drank the other 2 bottles.
That's right. So this one is a distiller in Corvallis, Oregon called Vivacity. They're obviously made in Corvallis. This is a 44% 88 proof gin. This is all Oregon botanicals. So they went to Eastern Oregon. They pulled up hazelnuts, Oregon grape, juniper from the Cascades, etc., etc. There's 23 different botanical spirits inside of here. This one right here is a Navy Strength gin from Big Bottom. Big Bottom in Hillsboro, Oregon. They make a number of really good whiskeys, but they also do some really good gins. This one is a cask strength gin. So this is 57%.
Geez.
This is delicious.
Wait, was that the one you had me try?
This one's the pepper one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you tried the barrel-aged one. Yeah. The barrel finished. Yeah, smell that.
Oh, that's like flowers.
Yeah.
That's actually very pleasant.
So Big Bottom makes a number of really good gins, a number of really good whiskeys. This is another one of their gins. This is a barrel-finished gin. So this one's actually finished in American oak, American white oak cask. And 16 botanicals in this one, revealing creamy, sweet characteristics with oak notes and bold spice. This one has all of the juniper and botanical notes that you would expect, but with like a peppercorn sitting on top of them, and it's absolutely delicious. This one's also a 91 proof, so it's 45.5%. So yes, I freaking love gin.
Well, gin has a very nice, pleasant aroma to it, too.
Newegg or Amazon? Both. I order from both. Let's see. Motherboard production and excess stock of previous era CPUs. The 1700, Ryzen 7 1700 is probably one of the best value bang for the buck CPUs that you can get right now. It's $170 on Amazon, and pick up a used or a old new stock X370 motherboard. I picked one up for $62 plus the Ryzen 7 1700 for $170. $230. I got 8 core 16 threads on a workstation class motherboard. Blind last gen flagship phone. Honestly, the way to go. It honestly is, because the price will drop from $1,100 down to about $700 or $600 for a reasonable amount of memory. Good value there. Let's see.
Tomato Reagan.
Did you see that ludicrous display last night?
It's tobacco. Yeah. Hey, I'm up to... No. I wish I was up to 244. Did you see that ludicrous display last night? Hey, 240. Yeah, I am.
Wow.
Subscribers.
You're at 240?
243.
243. Wow.
Scott says 244.
Nice.
That's a big jump.
That's a big jump.
That is a big jump.
That's the craft computing effect.
That is. I'm proud.
Nice.
That is the fact that people want to get that Rogue box. All right, now I just need the views to follow with it.
Thing about Arsenals, they always try to walk it in.
All right, Steve, I'm just going to be on Craft Talking Heads every night if I'm going to get this kind of response.
Corvallis shout out. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, I live 40 miles north of Corvallis.
Something like it's not that far.
Yeah, it's not that far.
No.
It's 40-ish miles.
30, yeah. Well, I think we can make the trip in less than that, but...
Yeah, because they're, 223 off 55?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Not far.
Well,
It's about a 32-minute, 35-minute drive.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm just north of Salem.
Yeah.
So.
It's not far.
Yeah. Born in Corvallis, dad lives in Philomath. Well, hello. Rumor has it Hitler was a fan of gin. Okay. I don't know how that's relevant. I miss Corvallis Brewing Supply. Someone said, I miss Corvallis Brewing Supply.
Hey, check out the video.
We have a video live from Corvallis
Brewing Supply. And if you check out the beginning of this video, we kind of mentioned
it, where they have a cellar release twice a year. So, that was at Corvallis Brew Supply.
Yeah, go check it out.
Yep.
It's one of the lowest viewed videos.
No, it's 12,000 views.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Kicks your ass.
It does. Wow, that makes me sad.
Okay. What is your guys' favorite type of beer?
Alcoholic.
Lager, Pilsner, Ale, Stout, Bitter, Draft.
I always say the one with ABV.
Yeah, the one with ABV in it.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's my
good
answer.
choice.
That's
Solid
my
starter.
answer with everything. In all honesty, I get that. That's probably the number one question I've always gotten when I own the tap room. What's your favorite style?
Yes.
It is just, I love it tasting, just like with your gin or with the liquor. Whiskeys. I love tasting it all because I want to taste the nuances. What did he try to do with this?
Yeah.
I love IPAs.
Do you want to do whiskey or cryo stash?
Yeah, I can do a snifter whiskey.
A little snifter?
A little snifter whiskey. But that's what Jeff and I bonded over. My brother Steve, Rhett. We all love trying the experimental of beers, but also other alcohols and tech. We'll just dive our toes into a little bit of everything. Whether we know a whole lot about it or not, we appreciate the nuances of things. And we love being taught about things that we don't quite understand yet.
Yes.
But we want to learn. Whether we're going to dive directly into it, but we want to soak things up. Appreciating something always brings a greater value to the item itself.
Right.
If I understand this whiskey, Jeff has brought me in a broader aspect of understanding whiskeys and liquors a whole lot more than I ever did before, and I think I've done the same thing with him with beer.
Oh, absolutely with beer.
So,
when I met John, I liked craft beer where I would drink it and go, "That's good."
He has a great, famous story he always tells about me. But check other videos. But yes, go ahead.
You don't want me to tell that story?
No, we don't need to talk about the strawberry ale.
So John introduced me to a strawberry ale.
Shut up! Anyway.
And I learned to not like strawberry ale.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good summary.
All right, so this is just a Bullet Rye 95.
Oh, yes, we've had this.
Yeah, we've had this before.
Very good.
Just a very... I like ryes. I will say I really, really like ryes.
Yes.
A lot more vanilla and a little bit more peppery than your standard
Yes,
American
the rye has a
whiskeys
very nice peppery flavor to it. Very nice. Ooh, that is very sweet. We've had this before, but it is, like you're saying, vanilla smoothness. Mm-hmm. It literally feels almost like a you ever seen those ice shots? But if they're doing it from a vanilla bean, just sucking it through a vanilla straw. I bet, that's kind of what this a rye whiskey, and then I hollowed out a vanilla bean and sucked it through that. That's kind of what this is like.
Yep.
There was a lot of bragging now about me or my channel recently in the comments. Hey, 8 new notifications. Yeah. 1, 2.
Mine always just says 9+.
Yeah,
Sorry.
shut up. I'll get there.
Yep.
Who cares?
Who cares? We're not competing.
We're not competing. I get to drink more beer than you, so that's all that matters.
That's debatable, even.
Yeah, that is.
All
right. Scotty Fit, that's hilarious. I love.
He kicked the ball.
Yeah.
And apparently that's worth cheering.
Yeah. Can I spin this now? That's a great show. What else we got on questions?
Regan says, any random bits of tech advice? Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah, it really depends on what, but yeah, just dive into it, have fun with it. Actually, even recently with my job, not tech, but coding wise, I had to dive into just different code that I've never had to integrate with another program before, and it was actually for the first 2 days, I was like, I can't get this. And then you hit that breakthrough, and like, this is easy, and it's amazing, and I feel fantastic now, and it's fun. It's just like anything, mechanics, cars, tech, doing home repair. You always feel a little bit of a struggle and a little like, I'm stupid. I don't understand this. Why don't I get this yet?
Right.
Don't feel bad. You're learning something new. And as an adult or semi-adult, whatever audience may be, you're kind of not used to that because you think you might have to know everything by this particular age.
Right.
You don't have to. The world is ever changing. And it's just fun to experiencing something new. and to broaden your horizons and to have that imagination and that almost kid-like feeling of this is something new to me and my imagination is about to run wild with this. So, tech, anything.
Yep.
Have fun with it. Really.
Have fun with it. You're always going to be learning. You're never going to be an expert. Yeah. I'm not an expert. I just am brave enough to film it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy.
All right. Whiskey with a pickleback. I've heard about that. I hate pickles.
I am in agreement with you on that.
Yeah, I hate pickles. I cannot do pickles.
No, I in all honesty, I'm one of those eaters like, oh, a pickle touched it? No. Cut that section off. That's how picky I am with pickles. Pickle juice. It's more pickle juice.
Yeah.
Like anything pickled. Pickled eggs, pickled onions.
Anything pickle. No.
But you know what? I'm a salt fan. I love salt.
Oh, I love salt. But pickles, hard out.
Yeah.
Hard out. Justin wants to know, small town, very few beer options. How do I expand my beer palate?
Ooh, that's hard depending upon the region of where you live.
Yeah.
There's a couple places. There's beer trade groups. There's a lot of craft breweries locally are blowing up in the nation. Actually, there was an article stated that 23% of America's beer industry is now craft beer.
Yeah.
So craft beer is growing. If you can find a craft brewery around you, try going to that. I understand that there might be, it might be 23 miles away. So, you probably won't do that. Mm-hmm. Check out the internet. There are trade groups that'll probably send to you. There are apps like Tavor, a couple of places that'll like, hey, we'll ship you beer for a standard rate price of here. Amazon is even trying to kind of get into the craft beer, the mega craft beer. What I mean the mega craft beer, the Blue Moons, the Widmeers, the bigger ones. But they'll say like, hey, we'll send you craft beer. Your big Walmart, your local stores, those are trying to get into there. Mm-hmm. So, in all honesty, even if you're just a standard domestic drinker, maybe go into the Blue Moon, the other ones. Because they do come out.
I started on Blue Moon.
They do come out with regional weird flavors, just interesting things.
That Blue Moon horchata or whatever the hell
that was.
That was bad.
That was horrible. But it was an experiment.
I'm not sorry for have tried it.
Yes, and you have to be open to try it,
right,
and to pay the price for it too. Unfortunately, but tap rooms too are also opening up all over the place. If you ever go to a bar, ask, hey, what do you have that's local?
What do you have that's different?
Yeah, different or local.
Yep.
Say that, ask that. Something around that size.
William wants to know, does my state allow online alcohol shipments? Yes, we do. John gets pretty much a monthly shipment from Tavor.
I'm getting a big one tomorrow or Friday.
That's right. So they do online beer shipments. I do online liquor orders mostly, so I order a lot from Liquorama.
Yep.
And a couple of others. Silver Screen Distillery is one that I order from, and there's a couple others that I've done.
You know what this means too is that you can send us stuff to try on the show, and we can talk about it.
My Dropbox is a UPS Dropbox. I can accept shipments from all carriers, so DHL, USPS, UPS, and FedEx. UPS is the only carrier that officially accepts alcohol.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. I'm not saying that you couldn't ship through another carrier, but
everything else could be yeast samples.
Yep.
Or
That's right.
Floor cleaners.
Yep.
Whatever, just have to be labeled. But if you want to do everything copacetic and legal, UPS.
UPS, right. I have a P.O. box down in the video description. If you'd like to send something that we will try here on the show. If you send me something, we will open it here on Talking Heads.
Yes.
Guaranteed. And we'll try it, and we'll give you our honest opinion of it. Yes, we can accept alcohol shipments. Like I said, I buy liquor online all the time. I've said this many times on the show. I'm more of a liquor fan than I am a craft beer fan. I like craft beer. I really do. And there's so many more options, and it's so much more approachable than craft spirits. But I'm a craft spirit fan through and through. Mixology is my game.
Oh, yeah.
I love cocktails.
Every party I've ever gone to where Jeff's there, he's like, oh, I'm the bartender, by the way. And that's what Jeff is. He's a natural-born mixologist bartender. You go up to him like, hey, can I make this? Oh, yeah, I know how to make this. What kind of gin you want? What kind of whiskey you want? Technically, you need to have this kind of whiskey with this.
But you know what? I can sub it out for this.
Yeah, there you go. That's what Jeff is.
I handed it over, and John goes, that's the best goddamn one I've ever had.
Yeah, basically, that's kind of how it is. And so.
Yep. Craft computing, RGB or no RGB. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's your personal taste. I said in my EVGA keyboard review, I like a backlight. I like a backlight on my keyboard. As long as it has a backlight, I'm pretty much not particular. My keyboard on my main workstation has an RGB backlight. Per key individual lighting, it's all green. And that's just, it's a nice soft green light that I like. It's a nice backlight.
Yeah, actually, I guess for me, I prefer a solid color over multicolor. Yeah. I will have to say that. Something like I don't remember what brand that is, but
that's the Patriot.
The Patriot, yeah.
Viper.
It's a bit much.
Now look at it a little closer. I went with a certain color scheme and a certain design. Do you recognize it? That's my Elcar's design.
Oh.
So I've got a red number keys.
Okay.
I've got green down the side and along the F functions. I've got blue and red mostly for everything else, and then I've got a softer blue over here.
Yeah.
So it's my Elcar's design.
So, but see, that is a bit distracting.
It is. It totally is.
It is a bit distracting.
There's a reason it's on that computer and not on this computer.
Yes. So whereas your green and the red, very easy to see at night, or low lit room, but not harsh on the eyes.
Right.
So where actually I do prefer the red honestly to the green.
I really like a red backlight.
I think it's a little less harsh than a green or a blue.
Yep.
Or possibly a white.
I use the green on this one because it's got a little bit of a blue to it, and it's actually nice and easy on the eyes. It's a softer green color.
I can see the green, the bluish on the low end. Yes, I see that. But I prefer the red. I find most reds are softer reds.
Yes.
Like
red does not naturally dilate your eyes.
Yeah.
And so if you're viewing it at night, your eyes don't change their dilation if they look at red light. So this is much softer on your eyes in dark lighting than a blue or a green or something like that would be. This is a nice soft green is why I like that.
Yeah.
But let's see.
That's good.
Is there anything else? Yeah, very good rye.
It is a very good rye.
I love Bullet 95. I do not like the Bullet 95 just straight up bourbon. I'm not a fan of the bourbon.
What you didn't say? I actually prefer bourbon over whiskey because I find most bourbons a bit sweeter.
Bourbons are a bit sweeter, but the Bullet bourbon in particular, I was not a fan of.
Really?
I've tried it a couple times. I've bought a couple fifths of it, and I went through it. And the whole time, I was going through it going, can I make a decent cocktail out of this? This is a good sipping whiskey. Hey, maybe I'll try it cold.
Oh, yeah, you're trying
and I got to about that far in the bottle, and I went, I just don't like this whiskey.
You were just trying to find its place.
Find where it fit, and it didn't fit anywhere. Yeah.
Interesting.
Where a lot of people really like the Bullet bourbon, I was not a fan. The Bullet rye is amazing value for money.
This is nice. What is it? 32, 33?
No, it's 95. It's 45%.
No. Price.
It's $29.99. Yeah, it's $30.
Even better. Yeah, $30. That's even better.
Yep.
About $2 off, but still. Yeah.
Yep. Craft computing, will I be making a viewer mail video soon? I don't have a lot of viewer mail to go through. I did receive some Japanese sweets from a viewer a little while ago. Yeah, they're actually on the table over there. If you let me grab them real quick.
Well, we did actually go through the beer box, one of your beer orders that you got.
Yes.
Live on Talking Head. So you try to do it, but it doesn't always work out. And if you do, it's usually here on Live on Talking Head.
So a viewer of the show sent over some Japanese candies.
Interesting.
So they're like a strawberry vanilla, and then I also got some incense and an incense burner. And then this whole thing is
Are you sure it wasn't from Wish.com?
It wasn't. And then this whole thing is full of more Japanese candies.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they use Japanese candy as padding.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of who sent these over, but I do remember who you are. They were actually the person who shared the original link for the Dual X79 motherboard with me, with the original Hunan motherboard. So my follow-up video, you can thank them for pointing that motherboard out. They said, hey, are you going to do a video on this? I said, well, I wasn't, but I am now.
Oh, these are good.
And, yeah, check it. Incense burner.
Oh. These candies are, I like these.
Yeah, I haven't tried them yet. I honestly haven't. Now, I feel bad because these came in a couple months ago. And she was...
I'm going to steal a handful of these.
Are you?
I'm sorry, yeah. you have plenty.
Yeah.
These are good. I like these. They're kind of
They smelled kind of strawberry.
No, melon.
Melon. Oh,
They're
really?
they're like a sour melon.
The green ones or the red
Yeah,
ones?
the green ones.
Okay, I'm gonna try a red one.
I like a sour melon. I'm a sucker for sour stuff. I can't make out quite this fruit.
Oh, these are not sour.
And this is all in sweet.
Ooh, these are good.
All right.
Oh man, those are good too. Take a couple of those.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. These have been on my table for like 2 months, and I keep meaning to make a shout out of it. And someone just happened to mention, "Hey, are you gonna open fan mail?" I did open fan mail.
There we go.
But yeah, if you want to send fan mail, 5434 River Road North, number 339 is my Dropbox number. Keizer, Oregon 97303. Link is in the video description, and yeah, if you send me something, we will open it here on the air.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Those are good. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah.
Kind of a tangy sweet.
Yeah. Is that raspberry?
Okay.
Raspberry is what it is.
Yeah.
No, Steve's wife subscribes to a I think it's Amazon or something, but they do weird snack packs.
Yeah.
To where they give you different snacks from different regions of the
She ever
globe.
done the yummy Japanese?
I don't think she got Japanese yet. I think she got Russian. I think she got Polish, German. So I don't think she ever had any Asian stuff yet.
Okay.
I'll talk to Steve next week. Maybe he can bring some stuff. But yeah, she gets a monthly subscription of different snacks from different countries globally. So it's pretty cool.
Skull says, I haven't gone through the beer yet. I've opened almost every single one of your beers on the channel at some point. And I've given you like 3 shout outs. What more do you want from me?
Let's see what whiskey and raspberry.
Even called you a super fan. Ooh, now it tastes like sour mash.
Yeah. That's not good.
Nope.
That's not good.
Took all the good flavors of that away.
The good flavors, yeah.
Left you with nothing but the...
I like the candy, and I like the whiskey. But keep them apart.
Separately.
Yeah,
separately. Yeah. All right, so I think that's going to do it for episode 70 here of Talking Heads. It's been a great show. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Craft Computing and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Join the Patreon down in the video description. Costs you $1 per video, and you can set whatever max you want, but $1 gets you access to the exclusive Discord server where you can chat with myself and the other hosts from Talking Heads, even John, if you really wanted to.
You really want to.
Follow John on Twitter at Hops and Brews. And
basically anything.
Basically anything at Hops and Brews. He's got a great YouTube channel, goes through beer reviews, goes through how to taste a beer, what's the best glassware for a beer. Lot of just great craft beer information.
Craft beer, if you're into that. If not, if you want to just see me get drunk, I'll probably be on that too.
Yep. Usually his third video of the week ends up being his third video of the night. So he sometimes starts videos a little rosy-cheeked.
Yeah.
But great channel, great information.
I'm usually wearing the same outfit in 3 consecutive videos.
Yeah, that's why. Anyway, like I said, join the Patreon. It's a great time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Check out all the new videos. Make sure to watch Talking Heads next week. Be part of the Rogue Brewing giveaway for a prize pack.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yep. And Steve and I will actually be opening a brand new beer from Rogue Brewing live on the channel and discussing that beer. So be sure to check that out if you want to see a beer that's never been seen in public before.
Woo!
Woo woo! Beyond that, thank you guys so much. It's been an excellent show, I think.
I enjoyed it.
I had fun.
I liked it.
So, episode 70 in the books, and we will see you next week. Cheers, guys.